Folks, today on Crossing South, we go with these group of American artists who go down to Baja and get inspired with paintings, pottery, photography, and it's a wonderful show, and it's coming to you now. Most artists will tell you that the beautiful sceneries and landscapes nature provides inspire the most astonishing creativity from those who let themselves be swept away by its beauty. There is a group across the border from Baja in San Diego, California, that habitually has incursions into Baja searching for such an epiphany. The group is called Baja Rancho Art, and they are led by Ellen Perry and Liz Sears. They are always on the lookout to hire well-known artists to give classes and explore the creative possibilities in this studio of the South. This artistic adventure takes us to a ranch about an hour south of Tecate. The road is a bit tricky, but these gals ain't scared and are quite used to it. In fact, they met us halfway and took us down just so we could relax and enjoy the ride. When you take one of their workshops, things that are included are your cabin, your food, and your wine tasting. It's a pretty good deal.
I started coming here 10 years ago for horseback riding. A friend brought me, and
as any tourist would come.
Exactly, and I was mesmerized from the start. The environment, the riding. I was not a rider.
Really?
So I've learned along the way.
You learned here?
Yes, and it's a great place to learn. And then one day driving home, because I'm an art teacher, I thought, it's very beautiful here. I should bring some of my friends down and see what happens. So that was the beginning of Baja Rancho Art. We work with the setting that's here. We want to take advantage of this beauty. We do go on little field trips. We've painted in the wineries before.
Right.
We bring professional artists into Baja to do very skilled workshops.
Really?
In 5 media: painting, both watercolor and oil, ceramics, modern and native. We have the native kumeyaay and native pai. Also printmaking, digital photography.
Digital photography.
Horse stampedes. It's a very safe setting, but you can be up close and personal with speeding horses. Yeah. The natural beauty and the night sky, which is tremendously dark here.
Time lapses and so on. Being off the grid in a deep canyon, the ranch, sitting on a moonless night, opens the viewer's eyes to the universe. We set up our own cameras to try capturing some of the sapphire nighttime beauty. This night time-lapse was turned into this impressive still image with some guidance from photographer Eileen Mandel. She was pretty cool.
A typical client is someone who dabbles in the arts and wants to refine in one media. I have the pleasure of seeking out the artists that I want to work with.
Right. The instructor, so to speak.
The instructor artist, yes. Any art skill is just a skill. It's a learnable skill set.
Really?
So there are certain principles and basic ideas that are always there.
This is a very practical, hands-on shop. Nothing is ornamental, and the result is masterful. This is beautiful.
Yeah. So Helen does a beautiful combination of paint, line work, and then she carves these stamps. And this one, she carved a little horse for that. So
like a stamp?
Some of these are mine that I've thrown, and some are from Christopher Webb. Here at the ranch on a 3-day weekend, we don't really have time to teach a person to throw a pot from scratch if they have no
I can throw
experience. Yes. Please don't. This is what we want to have you do.
Oh, really?
Yes. So the lines are horsehair.
No.
Yes. The feathers are feathers.
You're kidding.
So we have feathers and horsehair for you.
This is so cool.
So this pot was heated to about 1,200 degrees. And it's hot, but you can get close enough to it to be holding a feather. And you just start laying it onto the piece. And the feather burns carbon into the surface.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a series on if cats were soldiers.
If cats were soldiers, there would be no mouse, no mice in the world.
The cat army. Yes, she was describing that this morning to me.
Being that we are at a horse ranch, the inspiration in the art is clearly seen.
Everything here is by an artist, Carol Catalano Webb. So these are linoleum blocks. It's linoleum mounted on plywood. So these have been hand carved.
Wow.
And then inked and either rubbed or run through a press. And you can see that this image is right here in the finished piece. And notice that the image is reversed. So in the planning phase of printmaking, you have to think about everything as a mirror image. Because this block came off.
Right.
It was there, right? So the horse faces the other way. So we have had workshops with native Pai potters. Daria Mariscal was here in November. And
this is manure burning, isn't it?
Yes, cow, very good, cow manure. Cow manure burns hotter than horse. Who knew?
Really?
Right? So this is clay that she digs on the reservation at Santa Catarina. And she brought it up, and we had a group of guests. These are hand-built pots, so these are not thrown on a wheel. You start with a ball of, well, she starts with she calls it a tortilla, so maybe a ½ inch thick.
You start building it up?
Little snakes of clay, and putting that on the edge of the pot, and building it up, and building it up. Then the finishing begins. It's called paddle and anvil. You'd have your clay piece inside, and then hitting gently with the wood. It thins out the piece and draws moisture out of the piece, and then it has to dry. And when it's almost close to dry, she takes a very smooth stone and burnishes, and that can take quite a long time. So that's giving it that sort of satin sheen that this pot has. The Baja Kumeyaay no longer make ceramics, but they're highly skilled basket makers. Back in ancient time, a basket would have been quite a bit bigger, and they were used to harvest acorns, to store acorns.
Really?
And they were buried in the ground. And the willow itself is a repellent to crawly bug things that would eat it. But this was painted right at the top of the ranch road.
Ellen explains that these pieces by Jeff Yeomans exemplify an art movement called California Impressionism. Jeff Yeomans is a modern master of this type of landscape painting. He and other artists love how Baja still has vast, undisturbed landscapes that mirrors what has been lost to development north of the border. The feeling that anything is possible still exists here. But the art here also extends to photography. Eileen Mandel explains to me about her nighttime sky photography, as well as action photos of horses. When the average Joe takes a photo, usually it looks worse than reality. But when somebody with vision and skill does, well, it can be better than the real thing. It can evoke feelings. There's a difference between taking a photo and making one. Yes, all types of visual artists are drawn to this place. And how can they not be? The ranch hands do something for the artists who visit here. They send a stampede of horses directly at them. Yeah. They, of course, are protected, but this is their chance to create a likeness of horses in full gallop. Imagine that coming straight at you. Whatever your art, you are getting something out of the experience. They set up the scene for us too. We decided to do video instead of pictures to see how it looked. It's glorious, majestic. Pretty cool if you ask me. This location in Baja is the perfect playground for someone looking to nature as a muse for their craft and artistry. Out here, professional artists get access to authentic ranch activities to use as reference material in their art. And we don't just look at the horses. Ellen takes the group out for a horseback ride in this complete artistic getaway experience. Way out here in the ranch, horses can just be horses, and artists can just be artists. Just lovely. Hey, I couldn't let these ladies have all the fun, so I joined in. I decided to sit in and take a watercolor lesson. I wanted to see if I can have the same inspiration that makes people come back to this place so often. My teacher is Helen Schaefer Garcia, a watercolor and mixed media artist. She has us all sit down at a location she has chosen for a watercolor masterclass. She showed me how she actually makes casual journals of her travel and experiences through paintings. Those journals are a work of art in themselves. Now, Helen is a pro, having won awards for her illustrations, so I'm eager to undergo her training.
We also really like the red flower in the foreground. So as artists, we can change the scale, the size of things according to what we want to put on our paper. So we're going to start out with the agave, and then it curves back on the other side. And then I'm noticing like little changes in direction right there. And so things are not exactly true to perspective, and I don't really care. You know, all those bad thoughts get in your brain, and
Get them out.
yeah, just get them out. And, you know, just become one with the experience of what you're looking at and enjoy the experience, enjoy getting that line down on the paper.
Kind of like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
You made a mistake? Guess what? Your mistake is now pigeons. It's now birds. Your mistake is now a tree. You know?
Happy trees.
Well, that mistake is now a mountain.
I know.
Helen taught me the value of looking. Notice how she studies her subject more than her drawing. I'm telling you, once you engage in this, you literally become enthralled. I can see why the arts are so soothing and therapeutic. You lose track of time and suddenly realize hours may have passed. Helen's unique method of ink wash gets the painting loosened up. Water is your friend. Oh yes, let the water flow. Water, life-giving liquid, gives life to your painting.
So the technique is called dropped-in color.
Dropped-in color.
And we're going to kind of get loose again and have the paint mesh and move on its own with the water, okay? So we're going to start with the space around here, the background, and get all of the color down on that. But I chose yellow because if you look at that hill, nice, warm, sunny day, and a lot of light hitting that area. You don't need much, because it goes a long way. Try dropping that onto your surface right now.
Straight?
Yes. It's hard to get over that idea of a brush stroke. You know, just touching the surface.
Just drop.
Yeah.
What she was talking about is that you have less control. The water paint behaves like it's gonna behave. There's a surprise element to where the colors go, how they cover their own patterns as wind and gravity direct their trajectory. You don't have the same control you would with standard oil painting. So I'm not finished, but this is my first ever water painting.
Yep.
Helen, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Man, I'm gonna try this, folks. I'm gonna continue this. I'm going to continue doing this.
Good for
Wow.
you.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad you're so excited about it.
Yes. Jorge had a little lamb, a little lamb, little lamb. Talking about animals, even those can be inspiration for these artists. Literally everywhere you turn, there's a potential portrait, painting, or sculpture. The possibilities are endless. But I was still wondering if she was serious when she said she was going to have me create one of those horsehair feathered potteries. And it turns out she was. So there's a ceramic yard behind the barn with a raku kiln and a firing pit. As the sun goes down, we participate in a night firing. The kiln gets super uber hot to cook the pottery. How hot? Well, with that flamethrower inside there, I'd say it's about 1 billion gazillion degrees, give or take. Since it's dark out, the reddish glow is quite impressive. Somehow, Ellen has invoked the power of the sun inside of an insulated, upside-down trash can, all in an ambitious effort to further her artistic powers. So they were telling me the main ceramic instructor isn't here today, so Ellen and Liz are just showing me the basics.
The first thing we're going to do is the feather and horsehair type pottery.
Wow, okay.
So the pots are not going to be red screaming hot, but they're going to be hot, don't touch it. But we're going to be down here, and we'll pick out some nice feathers. The funny thing is the raggedy ones make the best patterns.
Really?
Yeah, and of course the spots don't show up, so.
So it doesn't matter, really?
Yeah.
Anything we need to know before we engage in this dangerous, perilous activity?
This is very hot.
Okay.
And you're going to be very close to it.
Okay.
So follow my lead. We're going to be opening the kiln. It's going to be
So when you open it, we jump in it? Or what?
You go first. I'll be right in after you. I promise. Okay?
Wow.
Perfect. Okay?
Wow.
Abajo.
Horsehair. Whoa. Wow. That is so cool.
Okay, so she told me how to put the feather on. I got my feather ready, but I'm also going to take it with the tongs. I'm going to take the pottery out. In the meantime, I'm going to pull some nose hairs with this thing. Right. Oh my God. Okay. Got my oven mitts, so we're ready. Okay. So we proceed to reopen the fusion reactor.
Like the burning furnace of Nebuchadnezzar.
Notice how far back Ellen stands as I risk my dear life near the burning flames. Or perhaps it's my fire handling abilities she doesn't trust, huh?
Oh my God! No, just kidding.
There we go. Okay, a couple of horsehairs. Mm-hmm. There we go. So the horsehairs make fine black lines. Very nicely placed. There we go. Mm-hmm. That's probably about it.
Was that good?
That's a good burn right there.
Okay, we did it.
Oh, okay.
We'll show you how it looks afterwards, folks. So,
Very nice job.
good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. You were
Ellen.
very brave.
Ellen brings my attention to an interesting doohickey she uses inside the kiln.
See those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
The one on the left is starting to droop a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are called pyrometric cones, and
Really?
they are made of glaze and clay. There are 3 different melting temperatures in there. So when the first one starts to drop, then we wait for the second one to just start, and then it's time.
Okay.
It's a temperature gauge.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we're about ready to do our raku fire, our raku finish.
Okay.
Our kiln is up to almost a little over 1800 degrees, and you're going to be tong man.
Okay.
These have glaze on them.
Oh, okay.
So they're raku formulated glazes.
Okay.
So you're going to tong it in, put it in, and then get away because we're going to have flame almost immediately.
Okay.
And after about 5 seconds, we put the lid on. So putting the lid on creates an oxygen deprivation, basically.
Okay.
The fire wants oxygen. It will take it from anywhere. It will even take it out of the glaze itself.
Oh, really?
And that is what
When it was trapped?
Exactly, right. So it's in the clay and it's in the glaze. So that's what makes the flash patterns on raku firing, is the oxygen reduction.
Nice. Folks, just so you know, my cameraman, my producer behind the camera is going, this should be good. I don't know if he's being ominous or truly excited. You know? So, oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. Holy smokes, Mike. Woo, it's hot. There you go. Where's the other one? Oh, the plate.
Okay, go. Okay, good. Perfect.
Ah. Let there be fire.
Whoosh. We'll see.
Oh man, that flame kind of got you a little bit, didn't it?
Nah, she's tough. Okay, so now we have our smoking happening.
I can see by this towel that it's not always uneventful.
Well, the towels are wet.
Okay.
That's yes. Yeah, let's put
this is-
combustibles on top. Yay!
Ellen essentially has a couple of flamethrowers there. Just check that out. Could you cook something in there?
No, toxic. No. I'll tell you what, I'll cook it, but you have to eat
Exactly. Is that like ceramic or what is
yeah,
that?
they're very, they're made to go up to about 2,400 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
But we didn't go quite that high.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Where's the one I did?
This is yours.
Really?
That's your feather right there.
This is the one I did?
Yep.
Wow, looks beautiful.
I know that because, yeah, just know that.
This is so cool. Can you tell people if you sell it, like Jorge made this?
If I sell it,
Yeah.
it's a gift to you.
Really?
Why would I take your
thank
pot
you,
away?
Helen. Folks, she gave it to me. This is the one I did. Thank
There we
you.
go.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much, Helen. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much, Helen.
It's our pleasure.
There's a certain satisfaction you get when you do stuff like this, you know?
Hands-on.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's got almost a silver feather
Yeah.
there. Look at that.
So maybe, you know, that high temperature is like another pattern, another way of
Yeah,
doing it. You know?
It was a little.
Maybe it doesn't
was a
show
little over.
the feather pattern exactly, but it's something different,
It
you know?
certainly. Okay.
Okay. Oh, wow, like a green glaze. Can I grab it like this?
Yep. Okay.
Wow, look at that.
Give it a
Oh, it
bath.
has some copper in it.
Yeah. Give it a bath. Give it a bath.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at those bubbles happening there.
Down. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. We got the bronze.
Yeah, you got some
That's
bronze,
lovely. There we
copper kind of.
That's
It's almost iridescent.
Yeah. There we go. There's a nice shine.
It's almost like a planet, like planet texture.
A little sawdust accumulated there. So because the back had no glaze,
Uh-huh.
it got the full effect of the smoke.
It's
and
like matte.
It will be black. Give it a fast cool.
They're so nice. Really beautiful.
Thank you.
I see it green.
Yeah.
A nice emerald green. So after spending some time with lovely ladies who are accomplished artists in this energizing setting, we wonder what other locations we will discover the next time we cross south.
Like to know more about the places you've just seen? Maps, videos, podcasts, and more at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.